Many people give hype to the position of MCA. They think that being an MCA is a supernatural thing, is a big position. There's nothing like a big position because you cannot make any decision or for your own and even on behalf of your people.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me take you through on some of the roles of the MCAs. Number one, representation, in that MCAs represent the interests of the people of their wards. Number two, it's legislation, where they pass laws, make and pass laws for the county to guide development and service delivery. Number three, it is oversight, where the MCAs monitor how the county government, including the governor and county officials, use resources. Ladies and gentlemen, the other bit is budget approval, in that the county government prepares a budget but through the executive and then they forward it to the county assembly for approval. Implementation, no, actually impeachment of, they also have impeachment powers where they can impeach the governor from office.
You have no powers. Even if today I went to my ward as it is raining now and maybe I find a breach has been swept. I don't have any kitty, I don't have any fund I can address the problems they have. So MCAs are virtually ceremonial. They're just busybodies, including myself, because you have no teeth to bite. You are just there, call an honorable member who cannot solve an immediate problem in your ward because you have no powers, you have no access to resources. Yes, until the government of the day realizes the importance of devolution. If I may ask you, why should we have CDF, yet we have wards? Why, and if I may ask you, what is the rationale of sharing CDF to wards? There is a time I raised an issue with my member of parliament. I even did a serious mandamano for him. Because when I looked at how he allocates resources, I saw my ward was missing out in maybe 4 years in a row. Or the amount of money being allocated to my ward was not equitable with other wards. Because we do not have a rationale or a formula of sharing the CDF, and it's going to one person, one member of parliament. You cannot question him why did not give word X and he gave word Y. Then my question is, if the spirit of devolution lives in this government, this CDF, if we receive, let's say, 300 million in the constituency, it could be best this money to be disintegrated, to be brought down, actually to counties, so that this money can straight impact on the lives of the common mwananchi. Yes, because I tell you for a fact, the higher you go and the higher you concentrate the money, the more corruption you encourage.
It's true.
You see, if the money is in Nairobi, there are so many brokers for the money to come to constituencies, from constituencies to effect on the common mwananchi down in the wards. Why don't we create just a ward fund and do away with the CDF? If our members of parliament are serious in terms of development, then they can act as, you know, as overseers of that fund, or they can also act as people who do oversight of that fund.
So, Mheshimiwa, just to ask, on that same very question on autonomy. So, specifically, who should fix the problem of you people getting development to the local levels, the ward level that you are leading?
The Senate is the father of devolution.
So, laws should be created there?
Actually, yes. Why do we have the Senate? Then we have the National Assembly. All of them, they purport to be passing laws. Senate are there as safeguards of devolution.
Okay.
Actually, minus devolution, the Senate will be scrubbed.
Yeah, sure.
So we need to see our senators, including our Super Senator Onyonga. We need to see him agitating for devolved funds. Actually, not to counties, to wards, not counties. As we speak, we do not have a law that governs how much money should be spent on wards. We receive about 13 billion in Kisii County.
Yes.
60% of it goes to recurrent expenditure. We have about 4 billion to do development. Ask me a question. How do you distribute this money? So that we ensure that the 45 wards we have in Kisii County are equitably represented. There's no equity in terms of distribution of resources. If the near you are with the leadership, or the near you are with the governor of the day, the more developments you get to your ward. And this is wrong.
That's wrong.
You see, it is wrong. Why? Because why is it happening? We have no standard formula of sharing revenue. You see, across. Who should be defending us? MCAs can make noise in Kisii County, they cannot change the course. It's only the Senate that will stamp authority and rectify this mess which is happening to ensure that every ward has got an equitable distribution of resources. What we did in Kisii County with Governor Simba Arati, it is a bipartisan agreement. It was not a legal agreement. We agreed in principle that let every ward at least get a minimum of 27 million in terms of development. Not that the money MCAs carry, but the money that goes to my ward must be 27. But still, you realize I get my basic 27, but if the governor favors me and if he wants to do something in my ward, I can get it to 50.
Yeah, sure.
And nobody should question. Because now you have gotten your 27, the other remaining money, the governor can fix as he pleases.
As he pleases.
Why? We have no law that binds them.
Have you guys tried to reach out to Onyonka, have a meeting as MCAs and let him push?
Unfortunately, Onyonka is my good friend. Unfortunately, since the time we were elected, he has never called a caucus of MCAs in Kisii County, and that's unfortunate. As our father, in terms of being our representative in the Senate, he ought to have done that. I hope maybe from this interview he's going to see sense, trying to engage us. You know, people fear to engage other politicians for so many reasons.
Yeah, sure.
But it's good that he called for such a kind of a meeting because we are rightly under his nose, that we try to air our frustrations, for example, to him, and we see him addressing them in the Senate. That would be good. So far, he has not done that.
Okay. So we challenge him to do that?
We challenge him to do that. It's very important. It's key. Because he exists because we exist.
This is true.
Yes. My name is Michael Mutume. I represent the people of Masige East Ward from Boba Sub-County here in Kisii County. As members of Kisii County Assembly, we have received an invitation from the head of state, who is the President of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, that the leadership of Kisii County, MCAs, both elected and nominated, to pay a courtesy call on him in the State House. And we have resolved as a house today that I will be going there later this week. And our agenda is first, as members of the County Assembly, to thank him for allowing county assemblies in Kenya to have autonomy of their resources. Number two, we are going to extend another appeal and request to him that as much as devolution came into being, the functionality of the office of the MCAs has not been accomplished. And so we are pushing and agitating as the House from Kisii County that the head of state fast tracks and considers the creation of World Development Fund. And this is what will ensure that MCAs deliver on their mandate to their electorates. Equally, as MCAs drawn from Kisii County, we are going to petition the head of state that he considers our welfare in terms of a pension scheme. As you know, MCAs are not entitled to any pension benefits. And so we are going to request him to fast track in his first term in office to ensure that we have a law that also guarantees security in terms of pension to the MCAs of the Republic of Kenya. In extension, as leaders drawn from 45 wards and people of different interest groups are nominated MCAs, we will also be demanding or requesting him to consider a few of the stalled projects across Kisii County. And I want to dispel fears that our people have out there, especially the keyboard warriors and those who are naysayers, that we are not supposed to pay a courtesy call to the head of state. I think that is small thinking. That is not mature politics. We know that this time, the mandate that we were given by the people of Kisii County lasts for 5 years. We are year 3. We have 2 years to go. And as leaders, we have to take leadership roles. I also want to associate myself with one philosopher I like called Jean-Pierre Bourdieu. He's a French philosopher who always says that leadership is dispersed. And everybody, where you are asked to exercise leadership. And so as MCAs of Kisii County, we want to lead our people in the right direction.
We are going to the head of state, demanding or requesting development to our region and appreciating the few things he has done. Politics will come at its own time and we will play politics. I thank you.